So, so our particular team is broken into two sort of units. We've got the data systems team, and so they're responsible for ensuring the system's configured to collect the data and report on the various contracts and services. Also provide the training and support around the system itself, Whanau. And our other team is our data analytics and performance team, and so they're responsible for actually working with our kaiarehi or our partners to deliver the reporting across all the services and contracts. Yeah, so challenges, I guess, and this is probably across all work streams. It's time really. So there's just multiple things that everybody has to do, and it's finding that time to come together to either undertake a training session or look at the reports or reviewing the publications and things like that. So I guess that's one of the key factors. But I think that's what's helped us in that space is that all our DAs, our data analysts, are really committed to the kaupapa, and so they're prepared to commit to a 4-hour half-day training workshop or a 4-day workshop because they can see the benefit of attending those sessions, sharing the learnings, and taking that back to their individual organisations. So yeah, time definitely been a challenge, and then I guess also just like the rest of our DAs, there's multiple contracts that they've got to report against. There's the historic funding contracts that come through with prescribed measures and things like that. And so when you've got a policy that the Whanau Audit Commissioning Agency is rolling out, which is permissive and flexible enough to allow us to track whānau success indicators, it's how do we work with our kaiarehi or kaimahi on the front line to flip it around to say, actually, you work with whānau on what they want to achieve and you come up with an indicator of success on how they want to measure their progress. So that's been one of the big challenges as well. It's the language, outcomes languaging, outcomes measurement, it's just a whole totally new space. And so for our DAs, our data analysts particularly, that's been I guess another challenge on top of everything else in their daily roles in mahi and things like that. Well, I guess some of the highlights, again, from our team is just the coming together of all our data analysts, getting I guess a shared understanding of how we are collecting data, measuring outcomes, and reporting, and how that is enabled through Whanau, the system. So that's definitely one of the highlights. Just actually forming those relationships and enhancing those relationships as well. So it's 3 to 4 years ago, we only knew people by name or by email, but we've had lots and lots of engagement with them and hui with them. So we've actually really formed some strong relationships all the way through. So that was one of the key highlights. I guess from a reporting perspective, we've delivered a few publications around outcomes reports for Whanau Direct for kaiarehi. So we've looked at our individual partners and also enabled us to report sort of the first regional outcomes report, not just for Tamaki, but for the North Island and Aotearoa as well. So that was quite an exciting milestone for us as our sort of collective of data analysts. I guess the key thing is to ensure that we are bringing all partners along with us, wherever they are on that sort of, I guess, that journey spectrum, taking the time to communicate with our partners, acknowledging that we're all going to be at different stages in particularly us in our data journey, and even our understanding of outcomes measurement or Whanau the system. So first and foremost, as a backbone, acknowledge that, making sure that we have that two-way communication, and that they can rely on us to ask us questions when they need, and then we've got the information for them when they need, that continuous communication. Always ensuring that we are, I guess, enabling them to commit to this journey. So we've got our sort of shared goals or our shared agenda, and then how are we, as a backbone, enabling that with our partners. I forgot what the question was. I've gone off on a tangent.
What advice would you give?
Advice, that's right, yeah. I guess just, it's all about trust as well when you're working with partners and relationships and things like that. So make sure that we're taking the time for that whakawhanaungatanga and getting to know our partners and our data analysts, not just from I guess even just from a professional perspective as well. We like to get to know them on a personal level. It just helps that extra little relationship building and things like that as well. And there's always that saying that you can only move at the speed of trust. So we've got to make sure that we're focusing on the fundamentals of that, forming those relationships, and so that we really can rely on each other within this journey. And so we know that we're going to get in positions of stress and things like that, especially for data analysts around quarterly reporting or month-end reporting. And so when we're pushing them, we know we can ensure that we're pushing them to the right limit, because we've already formed and built those relationships with them around that. Yes, and ultimately it's going to benefit all of us in the end, that we're all meeting those deadlines, or we're helping each other to produce those reports or data and things like that. Yeah, I guess those are the key things that I'd sort of give some advice on.